Fine day to you all, I'm Kinsmarck, and this is Chapter 3 of Let's Play Tiger Knight Empire War. And I apologize, because I did have to cut some of the last steps of the tutorial that had seen me through some of the menu functions here. So just to familiarize you guys, anyone that's curious to check this game out and are still like using this as a means of sort of seeing the introductory phase, it just showed me that there is apparently an adjutant function that I think is sort of a chief advisor of sorts that grants some stat increases, I think, to one's forces because of their specialties. And so the tutorial automatically assigned me to this guy, and that's pretty much it. And I checked to see if I had in fact like locked myself into allegiance to one faction or another, and as far as I can tell, I haven't. I think I checked around online for a little while and I couldn't find anything confirming that one actually has a firm and fast alliance to any one faction or another, and it seems as though in the upgrade tab one can acquire upgrades for any of the factions in the game. So I already acquired some of the militia stuff for Wu, because that's the faction I had intended to ally myself with. So I think that first menu choice after the creation of a character just determines the upgrades that the tutorial will walk you through getting, I think. Because I also checked to see if I could change my faction or just delete my character and start a new one over so that I could have exactly the settings that I had intended. And I can simply say that I'll advise anyone checking this game out to carefully choose their character, like, spec of all things, because as far as I can tell, one can't delete characters in this game after creation. So make absolutely certain that you are sure of your choices, because I'm not sure you can change it again later. Anyway, let's see here. I have combat to commence. So I've also changed up some of my gear, as I may have mentioned. Main page, click play. I think I've selected my shoulders, maybe, possibly. Sure. One of my main critiques so far, alright, is that I suspect it has something to do with the localization issues as far as like character dialogue as well. The game is very cluttered as far as its menus are concerned, and they don't explain things all that clearly. Even if there is a little hover over in a menu, it doesn't, just because of the English, I'm sorry to say, answer some of the questions that I have about certain things, and so that makes it challenging to actually learn how things function, sans just trial and error. So, alright, let's see here. So this is Jieqiao. I am still pushing myself into a challenge to actually pronounce these things correctly, because at one time, I had an intense fascination with Chinese history, because of, I admit, entirely the Dynasty Warriors games. I found the fiction of them fascinating, and I actually probably spent more time just reading through the histories and the like characters and everything than I did actually playing certain games in that series. So it's interesting to me that this game seems as though it's I'm choosing things. I don't know what I'm choosing. Let's choose things far away from other people. Taking a somewhat more rooted in reality approach to the actual combat of the era. Because yeah, I am like hack and slashing like crazy, and if the tutorial is anything of a guide, seems like at least at later stages in the game, I kind of like that run animation. Yeah, one can essentially just stride into combat as a god among men, and I like the fact that the run animation accelerates over time, like you gain speed as you sprint. Alright then, so I think this is PvP, I should clarify. So I'm probably about to get absolutely massacred. Oh, hi. Charge? Failed to activate skill because there was no... Oh, I hit a catapult skill. Okay. Yeah, raid! Oh, God. Oh, God. Ow. Ow. Okay, alright. So. Cool thing looks like, I think I'm correct in that I think I managed to recruit soldiers that aren't necessarily way aligned. Because my guys are the ones in the white shirts and dark pants. And I'm up against guys in the azure, oh god, colors of way, so... Oh man, okay, this is a lot harder than the tutorial, because suddenly I'm just a lowly officer, and not one of the freaking god generals of the era. Alright, hey. Alright. So... bullseye. Oh, that's my adjutant. It's a strange choice of term for that, because I think they mean, like, chief advisor. Ooh, Fun Howl. I think he's an NPC. Can I? Yeah, okay, cool. So that's... hold on, there's another one over there. Oh god. Alright, so, hold on. How does this guy have multiple of the same characters? Or are these all starting people like me that are all using the same adjutant as me? That's probably the case. Alright. Oh god, oh god, ow. Ah! Okay, all forces, follow me, because I think my guys are getting too spread out, so... I'm reverting to Mountain Blade tactics. When I panic, call all forces to me, so that they can provide cover and distraction. How am I not dead? Oh, because my life meter is there in the lower corner. I am very close to dead. So, have I... no, I haven't any sort of archery. I have a spear, and... I can't tell what that... Is that a spade? Oh, God. Oh, this isn't good. I need to get to one of those flags and heal. Not just my army, myself. Oh, God, ow. Oh, this is going poorly for me. Okay, oh god, no. Ah! Oh. Arrow to the lungs, and heart, and sternum, and organs. Look at that face. That's just the face of... Oh god, why did I even... He's a sad man. Know why he's sad? Because he's so stressed out about all this. He's going white! I think that's supposed to represent a snow effect. And, I am kill, aren't I? Wait, hold on. Can I... Why is that a thing I can do?! I just committed Chinese seppuku! I don't know the Chinese term for it. Check details? Am I just out? I think I'm checked out from this match then. Sure. Press escape to exit. Yep, that's just it then. I was killed on the field of combat. Alright. Hold up. The hell does that mean? I just, sorry, I cut straight to this because I'd anticipated just jumping into another match and then jumping straight to that. I just tried to click play again, and it says the soldier I selected is still in battle. Please select another soldier? Can I make more than one character? Because everything I looked around about trying to change my existing character made it seem as though I couldn't. How do? Is that... Oh... I have different sets. So is that... Oh, am I gonna enter combat just pure loincloth rage? Can I, equip this guy? Yes, I can. Okay, good. Long sickle, wooden spear, sandals, razors. Okay, cool. So that's not as stupidly dangerous to jump into combat with. Can I enter combat now? This says this is the same thing, so... Alright, so I can clearly have different gear presets, and that's cool. So that's what these are. Can I have more than one soldier? Oh. Okay, alright, so again, it's the localization causing issues, I think. Because that, my Zhengdong militia, shows it's got the crossed swords that I think means they're in combat. What about the Zhongyuan militia? Can I enter combat as them? Bokai, the adjutant, is already in battle. I don't have another adjutant! Ah, God! Can I get another one? How about... Who's available? I haven't even looked. Han Hao, Heiki, Wang Shuang, Kai Mao, Zhu Shay, Cao Ren. Gan Ning! I love Gan Ning. He was a pirate, and then an amazing officer. Pirate man. Can I recruit him? I don't have enough copper for the... Oh. Okay. Xiao Hu Yuan? He was cool. In a scimitar in another game series. Man, he's a hefty man. I assume I can't oh, because that's the copper requirement. I have that many. He needs that many. I don't have that many. So, can I get any of these? Ooh, I could get some of these others. No, I couldn't, because they start above the amount that I have. So I just need to wait until that combat is over. Alright, I gotta call a spade here. That's sort of crappy. Because that means that early on, until one accrues enough currency to have alternative, like, characters and sets and advisors, it means you just have to wait. This isn't a friggin' mobile game. So, unless I'm just missing something because the game has failed to explain itself yet again, that is an issue. Because that's the sort of thing where I just get frustrated and go, ah, screw it, I'll just play something else. And then that's the sort of action that could then lead me to subconsciously associate negativity with this game and then never return to it. And I don't want that, because I like the potential here. There's a cool game underneath the messy, horrendously terrible localization that deserves praise and deserves to get played, and I hope accrues a dedicated fan base, because there's a really cool game here. It just needs some polish for Western audiences. And, if I'm correct, for continual play to keep people interested. Alright, so ongoing mission, even. Far-famed relief troops. Okay, so earn prestige, recruit a soldier, kill thousands. Kill soldiers. I don't know. Earn prestige, maybe? Oh god, what is all this? Rewards? Well, I get silver, or rather copper for it. God, I just cannot even talk at all today. I apologize. I'm probably about as hard to understand as this game is. Sure. Start that. Can I start a match now? Is it over? Alright, cool. Fresh match. Let's see if I can actually survive this time. So... Alright, I think these are opposing players. The thing that concerns me is that they're all that color and I'm not. So, am I against all of them? Are we all individual factions vying for control? I cannot tell. I guess I'll find out. So,
prepare to engage.
Okay. Where am I? Alright, so that's my position on the map. So, all of these guys. Okay, so I am allied with these guys. I don't know, that starting menu didn't make it clear who my allies were. I don't know.
We have taken the site.
Someone in the game chat feels rather confident in themselves, thinking they should call themselves Sun Tzu. Just a slight touch of arrogance there. Alright. Let's see. So, follow me. And let's order a raid on that position. So I think I need to take a little more of the classic Chinese officer's approach and lead from the rear, not the front. Assuming I haven't accrued crazy Lubu levels of power. Diego Evans, not a very Chinese name, I assume. Oh god, oh god. Oh, he came with a posse. Alright. Oh god, now. Jeez. Alright, I may have miscalculated. Everyone on me. Follow me. Okay, running now. Getting away. Getting surrounded. I am in the mosh pit of death. Okay, alright. So, perhaps charging officers, also a foolish plan, considering my level of armament. And skill and proficiency with game mechanics. So, maybe I should just try and help out my allies, not so much make charges of my own. So let's just pick people off around the sidelines. And I'm sure veterans of this game, even though it's only out for like a day now, I'm sure people consider themselves veterans and know more than I, are going to criticize the hell out of me in the comments for the things I'm not doing. Well, I don't know to do them, because the game hasn't taught me to do them, and I haven't enough experience to have learned it myself. So, oh god, ow. Oh god, ow. I am just all sorts of kill. So, maybe this is what the execution thing from the tutorial is about. Because I think in this state, allies could come and help me up. And an enemy officer that I think are probably just composed of players only, as far as the capacity to do it, could come up and just, like, execute me to deny them that capacity. Correct in my assumption? I hope? I don't know. Curious that once the timer runs out, I don't just drop. I then have just the suicide option. Can this guy help me now? Oh god. Oh, he's about to get ganked. Ah, crap. I appreciate the thought, man. I really do. Oh, Jesus, staring inside of my skull there. Well, I think it's safe to say this hasn't gone favorably for us. So, only one thing to do. Carve out my insides. And just die face first in the snow. So, I think it's safe to say, I like this game, it has solid potential, it just needs clearer localization, a little more of an intuitive tutorial, not just the information dump that the menu section of it was. The actual gameplay walkthrough section of the tutorial even, Jesus, I still cannot talk today, was fine. It was segmented, it was stepped, and it allowed me to get a handle on each of the mechanics individually, and even fumble around through the crazy English localization of the menus that it was showing me even then, and make sense of it. It's all of this that I'm having to sort of learn the hard way through trial and error, and that's sort of a shame. I can tell, though, once I grind through the strange learning curve of just understanding what the game is trying to tell me, that there's a really cool experience here. And the fact that this is free-to-play is awesome. I haven't checked, come to think of it, how any shop mechanics, if there are any, function. So, prior to concluding my first impressions coverage of this, let me check that. So, let's see here. Click to purchase a VIP account. What does that mean? 30% gains of copper, general XP, adjutant XP, soldier XP, and a special symbol. Okay, so that's just increasing the rate at which one levels. That's more or less fine as far as I'm concerned. Events, that seems like a gold thing. I don't know. So, okay, so the Roman Empire is the coming soon faction. Seems like there are login gifts. Alright, that's cool. And they're on calendar days. Alright, interesting. Oh, it shows how many days out the next gift is on a calendar. That's convenient, I guess. Can I receive some of these? I did! I got a thing. I can also click on receive for this one. I got another thing. I can apparently get another one in 60 minutes. They're generous with the gifts, apparently. That's cool, I guess. Market. Here we are. Let's see. Okay, so here it looks like there are items available for gold, because it seems like copper is the currency for the purchasing of soldiers' equipment, tech, and adjutants. So, what's gold for? For additional services. Barracks expansion? That's a concerning phrase, because that could imply that you could have more forces if you pay for it, and that could cause some issues. Can I just, like, can I click on that? Exchange. Okay, so purchasing gold. that's the rate. You can figure the math out for yourself, because Lord knows I am not a mathematician. What's the exchange rate? Oh, okay, so you can purchase gold and convert it into copper. Alright, exchange prestige. Oh. Alright, interesting. One can acquire prestige through means that aren't entirely clear to me yet, however I think I have some, and then convert that into gold. So that seems to imply that at least on some level, one can sort of inadvertently, or rather indirectly, I suppose is a more proper term, acquire gold through play. Now, how does one gain prestige? And at what rate? Because that will determine whether or not it's a reasonable rate, and one that one could ordinarily... What? I think I just received a thing. For some reason, I didn't click on anything. Anyway, alright, let's see here. Armor. Let me just check armor. So, alright, cool. These are all available for copper. Are there? Oh, geez, there are 27 pages. Are any of these gold only? No. Alright. So hold on. What is this then? These are the only two, like, gold armor pieces I'm seeing. And I apologize if this seems like I'm just flailing through menus. It's just, I don't have a means of getting clearer answers than this, and I'd like to show you guys as much as I figure out about this game. So, those are locked, I assume, because of character level. I'm not seeing any that are gold currency oriented, so weapons and armor seem as though they are in fact fair play. How about horses? Same story. Alright then. Can I get red hair? I sure hope so. Items. Okay, so it's these items that are gold only. That's interesting. So, what does this do then? Potent bandage. Fire arrowhead. It seemed like it did a hover over on the other ones. Alright, the hover over isn't functioning anymore. I don't know, man. Alright, so I can get a rename card and a skies card. What does that do? Can I click on this to at least like see what it does? I can't. Alright. What do these do? That's what I'd like to know. 'Cause like healing sounds as though it could keep one in the fight longer, and that could turn the tides. And so that's a question of fairness. If it's just a matter of, like, if your soldier, like I encountered earlier, is, like, out and injured from a previous combat that you'd like to put into a new match, and you can just heal him faster, that I'm completely cool with. That I would actually think should end up in the game itself anyway. However, if it's something like this, alright, it's a convenience thing. Annoying, however, fair, if just that. I don't know, though. So, maybe you guys can figure it out. Let me know in the comments, and other people know, because I'm sure a lot of people that share the same sorts of tastes as I may find some interest in this game, and however might like to know a little more about it going in than just flailing about and trying to figure it out randomly. So, that, I think, is where I'll leave my early coverage of this game. I may record it, I may stream it at a future date once I've figured out more about it and give more of a guided explanation of the things I've learned, or I may not. If I end up losing interest, and if it seems like the localization never gets fixed, then it's always just a frustrating mess to try and learn things through, which would really make for a shame of an ending for this game, because like I said, there's such a cool experience here. I'm just not sure how many people are going to have the patience amongst Western players to slog through the localization that makes learning its systems so challenging. And like I said, I don't mean that condescendingly, I don't mean that judgmentally, I just mean that practically. It causes an issue as far as the learning of mechanics is concerned, and so I'd like to see that ironed out for ease of player integration and learning. That way one can get straight into the action and get charmed with it as one really ought to have intended, you know, at the dev's hands. So I think that's pretty much all I've got to say here, so check this out if you guys are interested. As I said, it is free to play on Steam. Thank y'all kindly for watching. If you have enjoyed my coverage of this game and the many others I have covered in the past, consider checking out our Patreon page to help us keep the show alive. I'm Kinsmarck at Wrestling Press, and as always, I wish you all good game, and Godspeed. How do I get down? Because I have activated my back. cool, it does! Physics, man!